Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the favorites dethroned tag. Actually, I'm not sure if this is actually a tag video, but I recently saw Emily Noel 83 and Samantha March Beauty, I believe it's Samantha March Beauty, do this video. I think it was Sam's idea, but they did a collab and I thought it was such a brilliant idea. So the premise of this video is basically to just kind of discuss some products that have overtaken your old favorites. So I thought this was a really great way to kind of reflect on products that I previously put my stamp of approval on, but while they're still good products, I found something that I like a little bit better. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright, so we have a little basket of products. Some of these products I no longer have in my collection, so I'll just have to like insert a picture right here. But yeah, let's just hop in with the first favorite that was dethroned. And the first one that I thought of, and the one that kind of sparked my wanting to do this video, is my peachy corrector. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I use a peachy corrector every single day. I have some pretty bad dark circles. Well, I guess they could be a lot worse, but I feel like since I'm so pale, it just really stands out on my skin. So I feel like a peachy or pink corrector is absolutely essential in my daily routine. I used to really love the Pixie Correcting Concentrate, which I'll insert the picture of right here, but I ran out of that one a couple months ago and I found something better, and I don't think I'm going to go back to the Pixie one, and that is the Catrice Camouflage Cream. This one's in the Wake Up Effect. It's a really nice light pink. I think it has a little bit of peach to it, but it's definitely less peachy than the Pixie one, but I think that works in my favor personally. The Pixie one was a little bit darker, a little bit peachier, and while I didn't have to be like super duper careful to cover it all up, you could definitely tell a little bit if there was a little spot that I missed on my under eyes. And the Catrice one is so much cheaper. I think it's almost half the price, so I will definitely be repurchasing this one. And I just really like this one better because I just think it suits my skin tone a little bit better, and I can actually get away with wearing this by itself. If I just go on like a no makeup day, I just tap a little bit of this under my eyes and it just does a really nice job of canceling out any darkness that I may have. Alright, I'm sorry if I was a little overexposed for that first product. Fix the lighting now, so hopefully it's a little bit better. So the second one that I wanted to talk about was actually a technique. I feel like Sam and Emily didn't really touch on those, but this was something that really came to my mind that I wanted to talk about because I tend to go back and forth with these, but I feel like I've been on one much longer than the other, and usually I've switched back and forth at least once by now, and that is switching from setting my under eyes with a brush and switching to setting it with a sponge. So this is my e.l.f. tapered highlighting brush. This is my holy grail under eye setting brush, and while I still think this is fantastic for setting your under eyes, I just don't think it does as good a job as it used to. I feel like I can set my under eyes with this brush, and while this brush sets my under eyes better than other brushes, it just doesn't set it as well as a sponge does. And when I set my under eyes with a sponge, I like to use one of these little teeny baby Real Technique sponges. And I think it does a really nice job of just really getting under my eye and setting my under eyes without making it look heavy or cakey. Whereas I feel like with this brush, sometimes I can apply a little bit too much powder, even if it's a really lightweight powder, and it can just look a little bit heavier and a little bit cakier. So definitely prefer the sponge over the brush. Wasn't really sure if I should mention this next one because it's like a recent upset, like within the past week and a half, 2 weeks. But I don't really see myself going back, you guys, honestly. And I have switched from using my NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade to my AOA Studio Sculpting Brow Pencil. So I was very faithfully using this brow pomade for probably a year and a half almost. I'm almost done, you guys. There's very little product left in here. If you guys saw my Project Pan update, I'll link it down below if you want to see it. You guys have seen how much progress I have made on this one, but I feel like partially it's because the formula on this is going bad and it's just old and dried out and crusty and it's not really performing as well as it used to. But also I just think maybe I'm a brow pencil girl, maybe a like triangular tip brow pencil girl. I feel like this fills in my brows so much faster. It lasts really well on my brows. And I feel like it's just a little bit more foolproof. This is pigmented, but not so pigmented to where like if I put too much in one spot, I can't blend it out. Whereas I feel like if I goop too much of this product in one spot, I'm kind of stuck with it and it's really hard to kind of move around and manipulate in my brows. Do you guys remember at the very beginning of my channel, in those very embarrassing first days when I was obsessed still with the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm? I feel like all of YouTube was obsessed with the Nivea's Men's Post Shave Balm for a time, but I used that stuff for like years and years, you guys. I think I mostly used it because it was like dirt cheap, and it did prolong the wear of my makeup a little bit, but I don't really think it like affected how my makeup wore. Like, it made it wear longer, but I don't think it looked as fresh on my skin as it could have. And I have totally replaced that with my Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I got this primer in a BoxyCharm, and you guys, once I started using it, I was absolutely hooked. I'm really sad because I'm almost done with it. I'm right there with it. This is another item that's in my project pan, but it's just, it does so much more for my makeup, I feel like. I feel like maybe it doesn't help the longevity so much, but how it wears on the skin and how it looks on my skin, this just goes the extra mile. It really makes it look really skin-like, really fresh, really natural. So really love this primer. Probably will not go back to the post-shave balm. Alright, so now I do have a blush pick because I feel like for maybe about a year ago, I was absolutely in love with my Wet n Wild not Comfort Zone, Color Icon blush in Pearlescent Pink. I'll insert a picture of it right here. And I just loved the tone of that blush. I loved how much life it brought to my face, and I still think the tone is absolutely beautiful. But you guys, I got something in a BoxyCharm last October, I think it was, and that totally upset that one. I was like, no, I'm not doing that one again. I actually decluttered the Wet n Wild blush in favor of my Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten. If you guys have seen a couple of my videos, not even that many, this is probably no surprise to you because I never shut up about this blush. It is absolutely stunning. I think it's of a similar tone to Pearlescent Pink from Wet n Wild, but it has the most beautiful glow to it. It gives me the brightness that I got from that Wet n Wild blush, but with just this little sheen that just makes the biggest difference in my makeup. I feel like it makes it look so natural, so glowy, so pretty, and not in a way where it looks like I just put highlighter all over my face, just in a really soft, very beautiful way. So I absolutely adore this one, and I probably, honestly, I don't want to go back to matte blush ever again because this is just absolutely stunning. Now, I do have one skincare item that I do want to mention really quick. Honestly, you guys, I'm not that into skincare, so I don't think I could do a whole separate, like, skincare video, so I just wanted to throw this one in here. I used to be a really big fan of the Pond's Dry Skin Cream. It was really rich, really moisturizing on my very dry skin in the winter time, but I discovered something. Was it in the winter when I discovered this? I feel like it was supposed to be spring, but it was still winter because I live in Michigan, and I swear it's winter here like 8 months out of the year. But in the winter, I discovered the CeraVe moisturizing cream, and I have not looked back, you guys. That Pond's cream was very rich, was very moisturizing. It had kind of an off-putting, like, granny smell, and I felt like I had to work harder to really massage that into my skin to get it to really sink in. This is so much better, you guys. I will never ever go back. It does have a light scent. It's nothing like too irritating. It kind of smells like if you guys have ever used that like Neutrogena, I think it's like intensive hand cream or something. It kind of smells like that, but this has a really nice, almost gel-like texture that sinks into the skin almost immediately. It does leave my skin a little bit tacky, but that never bothers me. And I feel like when I go to bed and I have this on my skin, I wake up and my skin still feels moisturized, whereas with the Pond's cream, I would go to bed and wake up in the morning and my skin would feel tight and dry and just like, oh, I need more moisture. Now, you guys, let's talk about a bronzer, that Upset one that I had loved in my collection for so long. So the bronzer that I had loved for a really long time was this one in this Wet n Wild contouring duo. This one's in the shade Caramel Toffee. And as you guys can see, it is a very warm bronzer. I loved this for a really long time, you guys. Very fair. I really don't tan at all, and I thought this was a really easy way to make myself look like maybe I do tan a little bit, maybe I was not in the sun a little bit, maybe I got a bit of a tan, and it was really fast and really great. And this was my favorite bronzer for a really long time. But then the butter bronzer entered into the picture, you guys. And I just love this one so much more. I feel like this one is more user-friendly than the Wet n Wild one. This one is, while it's pigmented, I feel like it's more softly pigmented than the Wet n Wild one. The Wet n Wild one, I could go a little bit overboard and end up looking a little bit orange, not gonna lie, you guys. I had to be much more careful, where I feel like with this one, I could pile it on and blend it out, and I would still end up looking like a bronzed island goddess. Oh, it smells so good. But yeah, this one, is definitely my new favorite. Honestly, you guys, I'm so satisfied with this bronzer. I don't know if I will try another bronzer ever again. It's just so fantastic. I know it's a little bit pricey, but this stuff lasts forever. So this last one, I feel like I might be cheating a little bit because I'm kind of not duping, but like I'm dethroning a concept of a lip product for me. So I really love low maintenance lips, you guys. They're kind of my thing. I don't really like to rock lips that I have to constantly touch up or worry about if they're getting all over my face on an everyday basis, mostly because like when I go to class or when I go to work, I'm constantly drinking water, I'm eating snacks. I don't have time to be worrying about what's going on with my lip products. So low maintenance lip products are the name of the game for me, and my past favorite low maintenance lip products was these Buxom Plumpful lip balms. I still really love these. I have a couple of them and I still do reach for them from time to time, but you guys, they have been completely dethroned by these Kalito Cosmetics Dream Stains. This is a lips and cheek stain. You can use it on both your lips and your cheeks. And I've just fallen in love with this, you guys, so hard the past couple weeks. These are both really easy to apply. They feel really good on the lips, but these Buxom these Buxom balms do not last as long as these Dream Stains, and longevity is a huge factor for me, especially because I'm not really one to reapply my lip product. I don't know why. I feel like it's such a bother, and like I said, I'm always drinking water, so it's just gonna get off on my water bottle or be all over my face, and it's just usually not what I'm about. So if I can have something that stains my lips and really does stay in place, I'm gonna go for that one. That's actually going to wrap up my picks for you guys today. I hope that you found this video interesting. I will have Emily and Samantha's videos linked down below. What favorites have you guys kind of dethroned over the past year or so? Did it happen really fast? Was it love at first sight? Or was it something that you like had to play with, had to get to know a little bit more before you could officially call it a favorite? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe by hitting that button down below so you don't miss out on any more new videos from me. That's going to wrap it up from me today, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!